Hello and welcome to another episode of What the Fuck? Moments in Manga and Anime After Dark. I'm working through my backlog of shit that I never got around to reading, so let's talk about the BL one-shot Sayonara game and its continuation manga, Change World. So if any of this is not your flavor of spice, or if you were under 18, please scroll away. So I'm the kind of girly who's convinced that she's just going to read everything eventually, but I'm always open to the recommendations of what people feel like I need to see. Sayonara game was one of the first ever recommended to me, and this one took me a long time to track down in the wild, but I'm kind of conflicted. Let's just get into it. Yosuke and Arimura played baseball together in high school. Yosuke's the shy, quiet type, who joined baseball to kind of gain some confidence, and to kind of gain some freedom from his overbearing family. You know the bit. And Arimura was everybody's friend. And apparently Arimura stuck his neck out for Yosuke at one point. It's something that he forgot, but Yosuke did not. Which brings me to where our story actually starts, is where these two reunite as adults. Yosuke gets roped into tutoring Arimura's high school-aged sister. Yosuke is still grateful for what Arimura did for him back then, but there's also some lingering feelings. He didn't say nothing when they were in high school, but now might be the chance. Shy as Yosuke may be, Arimura can tell. And not just him. His sister can see what's going on too. This girl has such a crush on her new tutor that she just kind of glosses over the fact that they're playing for the same team. To her surprise, her big brother is very receptive to what Yosuke is laying down. Our boys are just trying to see where this whole thing is going to go, and she won't let it go. She is all up in the business. Lucky thing for all of us is that she doesn't really have a plan. She's obviously never had to break up a couple before, so she doesn't really know what she's doing. She just starts grasping for straws, hoping that something will work out in her favor. Arimura and Yosuke are in tune to each other to the point that nothing really works out for her. However, they finally have the chance to be happy, and they somehow fuck that up. Finally get rid of that jealous Jenny, and suddenly Arimura becomes a jealous Jeffy. Suddenly our boys start questioning whether this is what they really want. And luckily this is a one-shot, so getting to the end where everything works out, it's not as painful as it could have been. I know I'm keeping it vague, you know, it's a sweet little love story. And it's not bad by any means, but it's very predictable. Very cut and dry, you know, stuff happens, but nothing bad actually happens. Sometimes that's what you want. Sometimes that's what you need. Not everything I talk about is what the fuck, definitely. But in all honesty, I probably would have just left it there if I hadn't already, unbeknownst to me, bought the continuation manga. And just FYI, this is one of the times where you actually do have to read the original manga, otherwise there's a lot of disconnect. So yeah, I'm gonna lump these together, so I actually have something to talk about. So in our two-part continuation Change World, our boys eventually decided that they did want to make this work. However, now that Yosuke is no longer tutoring Arimura's sister, everybody's slipping back into day-to-day life, where these men are two busy adults with many important things to do. Two salarymen passing like ships in the night, able to stop and visit each other as much as they would love to. Arimura starts to play with the idea that they move in together, fully aware that he's dating a shy boy, so Yosuke is not ready for that. There's a lot going on at work right now, so Yosuke just kind of wants to put this whole idea of moving in together in a pot and put it on the back burner. However, Yosuke has an eavesdropping co-worker named Hozumi. This boy walks in like he's in Mean Girls, ready to fuck shit up. See, Hozumi is also friends with Arimura, and it's kind of vague, even to him I think, who Hozumi is actually trying to get with. He's just coming in with a big wooden spoon to mix up this relationship. He's slipping in Yosuke's ear like, oh, you're dating a straight guy. How long do you think that little novelty relationship is actually gonna last, sir? Then he's getting in Arimura's ear, because he has a little bit of inside information, being Yosuke's co-worker. If Yosuke suddenly has a job opportunity outside the country, how would that affect their relationship? Now we got these little whispers floating around in a relationship where there's a little bit of jealousy and possessiveness still floating around. Now Yosuke's wondering whether he's keeping his straight boyfriend from having a wife and kids someday. And at the same time, Arimura doesn't want to mess up Yosuke's job opportunities. That is a pretty deep conundrum. There's a lot to think about, and you know what? I'm glad that we just have a proper villain this time. It's still a pretty simple read though, if you want something where, you know, not a lot of bad shit happens. I enjoyed this series a lot more than Sayonara game, so I'm glad I gave it a shot. But bestie, I read the comments, and I know that a lot of you like the bad boys. So yeah, bestie, they gave Hozumi his own love spin-off, which I also bought before I even found Sayonara game, so I guess I'm committed. I haven't read it yet, but maybe we could talk about it later.